Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with Andrew Kratzer. Now here's your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to another live edition of Behind the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, El Jefe, Andrew Kratzer, alongside my co-host, Michael Iceberg Steinberg, aka my Peter Rosenberg, and my lovely producer / co-host, Rod Binks. You know him as Rodney Harris. And welcome Jessica Hoffman. First comment of the day goes to Jessica Hoffman. I wish we can change people's nicknames to here on here. And I would give Jessica Hoffman #1 fan. Always #1 commenter.
I think she earned it. I think she has an award.
Yeah.
Badge.
She has a champion status in the BTB family. Always feel like she's always #1 on your show. Always feel like she's #1 on my show.
#1 in the BTB group, by the way. Also,
Yeah.
love her questions. She's always dropping cool comments in there.
I gotta ask you a question, Jessica Hoffman. Do you have a top fan badge in the Behind the Barricade group yet? Or Behind the Barricade page?
She has an anniversary followers badge.
Okay.
Oh, come on. We need to get top fan badge.
But
You slipping.
Mark Ray, I don't know where the other co-host Mark Ray is. He's somewhere. He'll probably join up soon. But I just want to know how is everybody doing today?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Just been another day in the life, right? Working and more working, man.
All we do.
That's what
Yep.
we do.
And how you doing, Mike?
I am doing wonderful.
Other than
except for hating that trailer.
if you haven't seen yet, on the news report. Hello, Christopher. And if you haven't seen, Michael Steinberg posted on the Muse Report. He is also the creator of the Muse Report. He put his official live reaction to the Thor Love and Thunder trailer. Go check that out on BTB. On the Muse Report page. Also, give the YouTube page a subscribe, and also subscribe to his normal channel, Iceberg 082006. Is that right?
I believe so. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna.
How you not know your own YouTube channel?
Because I don't look. I have so many different names. Yeah, I'm posting the link to the video.
Like you say to me and Rodney when we go down on Fortnite, bad Rodney, bad Michael.
That would be the link to the YouTube video.
So yeah, I know Mike's trailer reaction right away once I saw that trailer, and I gotta tell you, I know this is wrestling, but fuck Marvel for hiring an actor that did not want CGI, and I will be seeing it just to see the story. And I'm not out in protest because of Christian Bale not doing CGI. But I kind of want to see the story of how Jane Foster actually becomes Lady Thor.
I no longer want to call him Christian Bale. I want to call him Powder.
Christian Bale.
Voldemort.
and Dalsim.
Dalsim. You got Death from Bill and Ted. You got. I saw a bunch of them fake Kratos. That was the funniest one. Because he got the tattoo lines on his head just like Kratos. So when somebody wrote fake Kratos on Twitter, I almost fell off my chair. So therefore, I'm not happy with the way it looks. And Andrew asked me to go see it with him, so I'm gonna go.
Boo!
I will not be paying for it though.
Jen and I will actually be waiting for the D+.
I was like, Andrew will be paying. I'm not paying. I will not be spending my money on this. I won't even buy snacks.
Andrew, if you pay for Jen and me, maybe we'll go.
Okay. Also, did you see the promotion with Applebee's? you spend $25 at Applebee's, you can get a ticket to Top Gun for free. I'm surprised Mike hasn't jumped on that shit because he is Mr. Applebee's.
Hey, I'm giving them my money. Top Gun has my money. My friend saw it on Tuesday, and he says the hype is real.
I heard it was phenomenal. Listen, one of my favorite movies is on my list of if I had to pick a top 20, Top Gun is up there. Let me tell you something. Top Gun, I should have been born in the 80s. I should have been an 80s kid. I'm telling you, I should have. A lot of my favorite movies come from the generation of the decade of the 80s. It just the way it works for me. But Top Gun is up there, man. It's on my list, man. Love the story, love it. Come on, who doesn't like Top Gun? I can see you not liking Cocktail.
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan.
And that's the personal YouTube.
Like, you don't have to be a big Tom Cruise fan to like Top Gun. You don't even have to be a big Tom Cruise fan to like A Few Good Men. That's a great movie.
Or even Edge of Tomorrow, Live Die Repeat.
I said War of the Worlds, my second favorite movie that he was in.
All his Mission Impossible movies.
I can say A Few Good Men, because he played a critical role in it, but there was so many great actors in that.
Did you, Christopher Brown said, did you?
This is what the national anthem?
Oh, my bad, my TV. My bad.
Who's in the streets? What is going on?
We got a special guest.
I was like, yo, who forgot to let us know that somebody was going to serenade us at the top of the hour? Unbelievable.
But Christopher Brown said, did you guys see an interview Renee did where she described the one thing she wished Moxley would stop doing his matches? No, I did not see.
I heard about this. I saw the headline, but I didn't click to watch. So I haven't got the info yet. Jessica Hoffman also writes, my favorite one was the interview with the vampire. Interview with the vampire.
Who is the vampire?
Who's the vampire? Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Interview with the vampire.
Interview with the vampire.
Are we talking about Tom Cruise movie?
He was in it. Wow. Yeah.
But
wow.
1994. Interview with a vampire.
You actually, everybody always says, yo, who you like more, Tom Cruise or Keanu? I like Keanu Reeves more.
I like Keanu Reeves better.
My favorite movie, Keanu. Come on now.
John Wick.
Y'all know how big of a Matrix fan I am. You can't tell me nothing about the Matrix. John Wick, the Matrix, and then you also got to throw Devil's Advocate in there. People be sleeping on Devil's Advocate. It was a great movie. I know we this ain't music part. I know. We go, but
yeah, we can go off the rails at the beginning before we go off the rails at the end.
Roddy can talk movies, quote lines. Stay tuned. It's coming.
But Chris, I would have said the same thing. Oh, that's you want to talk about getting staph infections and stuff like that, and all the licking people's blood, really?
It's just nasty.
Oh, it was an Anne Rice novel. See, I never seen that one. I gotta see. Now you got me something to watch. I'm gonna watch the George Carlin documentary this weekend. I'm gonna pop that in. I'm gonna watch it. I love comedy, so gonna just check it out, see what it's all about. But Interview with a Vampire.
And I know, right before we get into the real business at hand, we lost Ray Liotta today.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep.
What a great actor.
He went peacefully though.
Goodfellas.
Went to sleep, they said, man. That's a peaceful way to
Field
go.
of Dreams.
Yep.
He was in Many Saints of Newark.
Man, Ray, he's the epitome of villain. The man was in the B movie. Come on. The man was even animated and he looked angry and mean. Like, he looked like the ultimate villain. Like, that's the cool part about a guy like him is that if you made him a bad guy, he got the bad guy look on his face 24/7. But if you made him a good guy, it's hard to love him and like him because he looks like a bad guy. But he can be that morally gray guy. Like, I'm in the in-between. I don't take sides. Goodfellas, look, you could say Goodfellas was the best role he ever done. I've seen a lot of people say that. He did a lot of featured roles. He was a supporting actor in a lot of movies. It wasn't that he. Yeah. So Goodfellas, I would say as a star mainstay in the movie, yes, that would be his number one role. But when I say supporting role, oh man, he had a couple of good ones. But yeah, man, rest in peace to the great Ray Liotta, man, gone too soon. Filming a movie down in Dominican Republic too, man.
I will tell you this: I have not seen Goodfellas ever, so I need to watch that. It's like there's a lot of movies that I have to still watch.
And we got to get Kenny. Is it Kenny that we have to have watch Fear and Loathing?
Yes, and Kenny's never seen none of the John Hughes movies, so I have to sit him down. Correction, he's seen The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Those are the only two he ever seen. So, dude, come on, you never seen Goodfellas, Andrew?
Nope. It's like I'm surprised my brother.
That's it, Rodney. After he watches each of these movies, we're filming an episode of the Muse of his reaction.
Like I could quote lines.
I'm surprised the one person in this household that has not had me watch it yet is my brother.
Yeah,
my brother
loves films.
My brother is a big classic movie.
Not even that. His cousin, your cousin, Kaylin.
Yeah, Kaylin, don't force me to watch. Don't force me to watch
stuff. Me and Kaylin has watched, and we were like, we share movies with each other. Like, hey, I just watched this. Roddy, yo, check it out. And I'll go check it out. I'm like, yo, Kaylin, that was a great movie. I just watched this. You gotta go check this out. We do this all the time. That's how I fell in love with Adam Driver, because she was the one who put me on, and was like, Rodney, he can do more than Kylo Ren. I was like, you sure? So then she was like, I'm gonna point you.
Yo, it's once you see an actor from a movie, you can't fucking not picture him as a different role. Because when I saw Murder on the Orient Express with you guys, when I saw Daisy Ridley, I'm like, oh, it's right.
Oh, Jesus, Daisy Ridley.
But was that a movie that I was laughing the whole time?
Yes. Don't take Andrew to the movies, because Andrew laughs. Andrew has a very loud laugh.
Andrew is very, very, very weird at movies.
Andrew laughs obnoxiously loud. So it'll be a serious part of the movie. He'll find it funny. He goes, ha! Just mad loud for no reason. And we're like, oh, God. They're going to kick us out. But nah, Andrew, I love going to the movies with Andrew. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I won't stop until they kick me out.
Especially when we went to see this movie.
Oh, in this movie, he was cracking up.
Dancing.
Dancing in the back of Achievement Cinemas.
I say one of the most fun movies me and Mike ever seen together had to be the House with the Clock in its Walls. We went to go see that on a random day in the middle of the day with Mitch, and we went. It was a great movie,
and it was just us.
It was just us three in the movie theater, and it was a great movie. It turned out to be damn good. I was shocked, and I was like, "Yo, who would have thought that a Goosebumps R.L. Stein style movie would have been this good?" Well, the show was great, so.
The show uses terrified the shit out of me.
Oh, Night of the Living Dummy, Say Cheese and Die. Oh, so many great. Say Cheese and Die had to be my Night of the Living Dummy. Scariest out of all of them.
It's like an Annabelle situation.
Yeah,
what's crazy is they use Slappy on everything.
Oh, they do.
He is all over the place. He's in commercials. He's in that internet commercial.
Yep. And look,
you better be on that roof.
And the cool thing about it is that Slappy was terrifying as a kid. The image, the illustration of him on the cover of a book used to scare me. It wasn't even just the episode. It was the illustration on the book that used to terrify me. I used to be petrified of the Crypt Keeper. I was not a fan of Tales of the Crypt. All I had to do was see the front gate and watch the lightning strike. I was gone. My dad, I never told you a story. My dad terrorized me. He put it on every TV in the house, and I slept in the bathtub. He terrorized me when I was watching Tales of the Crypt. Knew I was scared. He put it on every room in the house, and I ran from room to room screaming. And I slept in the bathtub.
That fucked up.
Yeah, he was a wild man.
I can see a picture in my head that voice clip. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? Oh man, but yeah, Christopher Ron goes Top Gun, Few Good Men, Days of Thunder, was some of Tom Cruise's best work. Yeah, you know, I have to give it to him, man. You got Top Gun, Fuga Man right there. Right there. They're right there, bang, bang next to each other. It's got to be that way. You bring out Cocktail, man, I might have to strike you in the throat.
And then
The Outsiders was good, too.
yes,
Let's not forget. The Outsiders was really
that's
good,
Ryan's
too.
favorite fucking movie.
People forget that he was inside that. He was in the Outsiders. People forget that. But once again, another cast of great actors and actresses in that movie. You couldn't go wrong. But because
Also,
the movies, you heard about Indiana Jones 5 is coming out this time next year, but no movie plot hints have been dropped other than no wife and no Shia LaBeouf. Thank fucking God.
what's so wrong with Shia LaBeouf?
Man,
I know he had a mental problem, but he's one great actor.
I gotta give even Steven
He's great
credit, man.
memes.
Just do it.
He's great for memes.
But also, speaking of like a Shia LaBeouf, I didn't realize next year, June, Mike and Rodney, that you know what we're getting? We're getting Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Yeah.
Mhm. Also, Mandalorian in February.
And
also
Fire comes back in September.
Chicago Fire.
Yeah, Chicago Fire returns in September. For those of you who are big into the Dick Wolf in the Chicago series, so last night was the season finale.
So wait, does that mean Chicago PD's coming back in September as well?
Yes, most likely.
Thank you. Rodney, you made me cry at work today.
Yo, it was a sad episode.
Why you gotta tell me that? Why'd you have to say, oh, blank, blank, blank? Last night on playing Fortnite, and then I watched it, and I was like, no.
One last thing before we get into wrestling. One last thing. He goes, Roddy, E.T. used to scare the ever-loving fuck out of me. When me as a kid, I thought those glowing fingers were gonna stab me in the back. I can see how E.T. can freak somebody out, bro. He's grayish, greenish looking, weird looking thing. I can see how he can scare a lot of children. I understand.
Yep.
I completely get it. But man, everyone was like, "Oh, E.T. was so adorable."
E.T. was not adorable.
Y'all saw E.T. lying on the hospital bed dying. He wasn't so adorable. I can tell you that right now. It was freaky. E.T. drying out, or laying there with an IV and oxygen. It's man weird, man. I don't know. So E.T. multiple times.
And then seeing the family of E.T. Watch Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, Andrew, and you'll see why I say that. LMAO.
Wait, I'll say this. That was more the script than Shyla. Some of these things you got to blame the script. He's a good actor, but that was just
Or writing.
But I also felt like he could have did a better job with it. Like, I felt like he was 1 foot. He probably thought the script was shit too. So he was like, I'm 1 foot out the door, 1 foot on the banana peel. I'm just going to nail this one in.
But here's the funny thing, Rodney. You know, talking about movies, scripts that are horrible with good actors and actresses. Attack of the Clones. Natalie Portman was horrible.
I like Natalie Portman, man. Shout out to Natalie Portman. Shout out to the goddess, Natalie Portman. You know, you're right. Attack of the Clones, she was pretty damn bad. She wasn't the funniest hour, I can tell you that.
And the only one part of the scene that only made me laugh, happy, was the whole her getting fucking her back scratched and wearing that fucking white fucking jumpsuit, basically.
he was all like,
that's scratching. Hello, Mark L. Ray. And the other
perfect. See, perfect timing.
My bad, guys. I took a nap.
Jessica,
the last couple of days.
Jessica, you missed us just talking movies. Talking movies for the last 19 minutes.
So we're talking movies. Okay.
We were it all because
1 second. Hold on. Somebody's calling me.
We were talking about how Ray Liotta passed away.
Oh yes, man.
We were just talking about all different movies and leading into that, and Tom Cruise movies and everything.
That's cool.
Just to pass the time.
Fair enough.
So now with the wrestling talk, did you see the new reports of Stephanie McMahon?
I did not actually.
Apparently, they're actually looking for a full-time role for her replacement. So it's being seen that she may not be coming back for a very long time.
Who?
Stephanie
Or
McMahon.
ever.
And I really 100% blame the whole Sasha and Naomi situation for this.
But according to reports, this was a long time coming, so it obviously has nothing to do with that.
Well, hold on. Wait. So you're trying to equate Stephanie stepping away with the Sasha Naomi situation?
People are saying it has to be because of that, because of the timing, and I said no.
Whoa. I think this even was going on before H even went out with which essentially was the heart procedure.
Well,
I think it was even before that.
This is what I see, Rodney. Okay, from what I've heard, people are saying it's because of she could have been doing a lot and been burnt out from taking care of Triple H, taking care of the kids. Because remember, if Triple H had all these procedures, he can't really be doing much.
He can't get stressed out.
So it's all on her. Plus, she's doing her WWE job. So, and like I said in the Onyx group, while this might not have been a directly her leaving to take care of him, it still has to do with her taking care of him.
Maybe she wants to get a house in order. Maybe she wants to see her kids. Like she's
Yeah,
been away from her kids
be a
for so
mom.
long.
Yeah.
Let her be a mom for a little while. Like, this takes a toll on you, this business, and especially WWE. It's high demand. And that's one thing that you hear Bruce Pritchard, even if you ever listen to Bruce, every time this man is always, we can't pick a day to do the show because Bruce is always busy. He doesn't have time off. The man doesn't get a break. And I can see how somebody can be burnt out. I can see how you get burnt out.
And the reason why I'm saying it has to do with Triple H also is he is now, like I said, all about timing, back with the company.
So he can do his duties and still maintain.
And she can go home and spend time with the kids.
She can take that break now and take a breath.
Also, I read that this is possibly a way of Nick Khan trying to get the McMahons kind of out of WWE.
But he can't because he's not the owner.
Yeah, he's not. We got two. I read you the board of executives, man. It's gonna take more than that just to get full control. You got one of like I was saying, you got one of Barstool's executives on the board at WWE. You got mad people that is involved with some big companies on the board at WWE. You can't just remove a person like that. It just doesn't work. And Vince ain't going nowhere. He's gonna pull the Leonardo DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street. He ain't leaving. Like, come on. If you honestly think that he's gonna step away,
I kind of want to see this. I want to see Vince McMahon take a 2-month break from WWE. Let Triple H take over or Nick Khan take over. See how it is, or maybe do it a month. Give Triple H and Nick Khan a month to run WWE, and if it's really running really well, then take another month, and then possibly not have to be there the whole entire time.
Here's the problem. Nick Khan is a businessman. He probably doesn't know how to run a wrestling company. He knows how to run business.
correction, entertainment company.
Everybody on
Touche, sir. Touche.
on USA, Fox, TNT, and CBS are running entertainment companies.
So I don't know Nick Khan's full background. But what I can tell you is, right now it's a little messy in the office. It's a lot of moving parts. I'm pretty sure some people are going to get overloaded. You might see some people step away. You might see people say, this was fun, but it's not for me no more.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Okay, Kenny.
Have fun. I'm kind of watching it as well.
No,
as I'm doing this show.
He ain't paying attention to it. He lying. You lying.
All we heard was the national anthem.
Yeah, we only heard national anthem. We heard nothing else.
But I kind of want to get touched more in the Sasha and Naomi situation.
Go ahead, man. Look,
'Cause I'm still like angry at the fact that WWE was trying to put them against each other,
slowly their name.
and then also the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view having Sasha take on Ronda and Naomi taking on Bianca, and both of them jobbing to the champions. Meanwhile, they're tag team champions. It's like you're spitting like in the face of them.
I like to go down to the root of the issue, Andrew. Why even have tag team titles to begin with?
Yep. I think it's time to retire them.
Unfortunately, it's because who asked for them? The
They-
same person complaining.
But people,
But you asked for them with the intentions that they were going to do something with them.
Yeah, but she had to have known that this
But the
company
fact-
doesn't care about tag teams.
she
But
should have known that.
but sometimes you can do. This company has a way of manipulating you, and we have seen this already. This ain't the first time we've seen something like this, where people were promised to run, or they said, "Oh, we want to do this, do that, and do this, do that." You did nothing of the nature. You change plans 5 minutes before somebody even walks out. Like this is a never-going thing in WWE. But for this one time, this one lady put faith in them to do right, to do something good for everyone. This is going to help everyone. It's not just going to help me. It's going to help other ladies that you got teamed up together. This is going to help elevate them. This is going to help them get some TV time. But no, you rather bunch us together and just get rid of these. Then don't give us.
Or they get rid of the other tag team championships in NXT, and then let Toxic Attraction fucking show up on a Raw or SmackDown and challenge Naomi and Sasha at Hell in a Cell, and Toxic Attraction win those championships, and then they could show up on every brand defending those titles. But they don't really have that many women tag team to begin with.
I wonder if the creative team, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Let's say the creative team did draw up a plan for tag team, women's tag team championships. What happens if it got shot down? What happens if they really did draw up a storyline to help elevate women's tag team titles? Keep in mind, with no teams. There's no true teams. It's just thrown together people. And you don't even have enough of those. So
See, it's hard for them to do that though because their women's division as is a dying fucking breed.
that's what I'm saying. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing left.
That's why it's time. It's time to, like I'm saying, get rid of the tag team championships, unify both Raw and SmackDown women's championships,
Enough
and
of the
then
unifying
more
titles.
people would have an opportunity.
Wait. Explain to me how more people have an opportunity when everyone's going after one belt. When if you had two, you have double the people going for it.
Because how many people on your women's roster to begin with right now?
Okay. So then we're in the same boat no matter what. Then Andrew,
The way I look at it is,
Thank you, Jessica Hoffman. See, she agreed with me.
you're not going anywhere right now either way. Unifying, not unifying. You're recycling the same people out there. You're not giving new people an opportunity to really do anything. You're kind of leaning on the people that you feature every single week. You got to do something.
and here's what's crazy is one of those people that you feature is the one complaining that she wasn't getting featured.
But she's complaining. You have to understand where the complaint's coming from. She's complaining from the simple fact that you put these titles on me after you remove me from an opportunity to fit Ronda Rousey in. You had me in a WrestleMania main event match,
But Rodney,
you took me out to put me in a women's tag team division.
I know.
Card subject to change.
Card subject to change. Number one. Number two, you were in the main event last year.
But the
Does
thing
she have to be in the main event every year?
But
That's just my question.
Becky. We can say the same thing about Bianca. She was in the main event last year.
I know.
And went over.
But we could say this. But my thing is, have we really fully? I compare the Four Horsewomen to the Four Horsemen of 2002. The Four Horsemen of 2002. the graduating class of OVW that fucking elevated this business. Sir, Mr. Batista, Mr. Brock Lesnar, Mr. Randy Orton, and Mr. John Cena. All four of them in 2002 brought the business up after they came out of the OVW class. And I literally went through my head that John Cena and Randy Orton or Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. Two of them may have had matches on pay-per-views, but they never really fully had a one-on-one match at Mania. Cena and Orton had a triple threat match against Triple H at WrestleMania 24, but never in the history of WWE you saw Charlotte and Sasha taking each other on at a WrestleMania. Like, I would love to see that true match at Mania.
But let me say one thing, Rodney, and you even though you might not like it, you got to agree. It's a business, right?
Yeah, it is a business.
Who sells and draws more
overall? That is very true. That plays a huge part.
Ronda
Rousey sells.
I've got a question for you.
He's 100% right about that.
From this, before she returned from Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble, after WrestleMania 37, night 1 and night 2, when they actually went back on the fucking road to like go out and play arenas, was the crowd really chanting for fucking where's Ronda or Ronda Rousey? Hell no. Nobody missed her
because she wasn't there at the time to begin with. Andrew,
I don't give a shit.
You gotta understand how a fan works. Fans like
Andrew
with new shiny toys.
It's like when Brock is gone for a while.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden he's gone for 3 years.
And then it's like, yeah, Brock. Yeah. So it's like, I understand where Mike is coming from. I completely get it. But why I stand where I stand with this is because this isn't the first time I've seen something like this happen in this company.
But that's why I'm not surprised.
And I'm not surprised. This doesn't surprise me. I don't know why everyone's acting so shocked. And I also don't like the fact that we're vilifying these two ladies like they're the first people to ever do this. So stop it.
But I have a question.
One of the top stars in this company's history walked out because he didn't want a job to a younger guy.
Which he now says he should have.
Which he says now he should have been invested. But the man, did we call him a baby?
Nope.
No, we didn't. So stop it, guys. Well, enough. He literally took his ball and went home.
Yep.
Because I'm not losing to Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Oh, keep in mind, he also didn't want to feud with Taz. Because Taz's first feud when he got in the WWF was supposed to be with Stone Cold. Scrap that because he didn't want to do it. There are people in this company that have the right to call their shot and they earn it. And I get that. But if we're talking about unprofessionalism, if we're talking about standing up for yourself, if we're talking about all of these things, many top stars have done it. Many. So to vilify these ladies and say that they're so horrible for what they did is absurd. It really is. It's absurd. I'm not sitting here saying what they did was correct, but how do you get your message across? You just got told for what was reported. You were told that you were ungrateful.
Yep.
And you should fix your attitude for asking a question.
But Rodney, there's also the history of Sasha and this type of behavior. That's the thing.
But she's explained herself about that already. When she walked to Vince and said, "Listen, I'm not happy.
I don't know who the hell I am.
I'm not even." And I'm also talking about
the second run with Bayley during the pandemic with the tag team titles. Remember they were bouncing back and forth between NXT and over here. She complained there too. So there's been many times where I feel like Sasha's the only one that we always hear about opening her mouth and saying something about the way the booking is going. Other than that, Charlotte comes in a close second.
Oh, but we never get the fucking explanation why the hell Charlotte threw a fucking title at Becky or threw the title on the floor during that supposed handoff. But also, I want to ask you this question: do you think WWE backed themselves into the corner with putting the title on Ronda Rousey?
No, they're trying to capitalize on what's hot at the moment. Ronda Rousey's hot at the moment. She's probably leading in merch sales. She's probably got big numbers. So they're going to lean on her until it's time to take the title off her. Now, after that title comes off her, I don't know what she...
And then I think she's done. Like, honestly, after she loses this title again, I think she had a run with WWE, and I think she becomes the full-time mom.
Like, I never seen Ronda Rousey the chaser before.
But it's like also... to me, what happened? What big name do you say thinks beats Ronda? Because it has to be either a cash-in or a main event at WrestleMania. That's it. The only time I ever see her ever losing the championship.
What about a returning Bayley?
That's why I'm saying Money in the Bank. She wins Money in the Bank, Bayley, and cashes in on Ronda.
No, or Ronda does an open challenge at a pay-per-view when Bayley comes out.
Yeah, that's the only other thing that I can think of. Yeah, I am, Mark.
We gonna like multitask?
No, I'm gonna mute and cut off, and let Andrew take the reins.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna switch off. The crazy thing going back, it's make a very good point. And it's going back to the Sasha situation. For what I also read is that there's a lot of people in the back that are siding with them, and there's a lot of people in the back that's against them. This kind of turmoil can turn the locker room upside down, especially people that are already feeling that way but didn't have the gonads to really say something. So at this point, where do you go? Ronda Rousey is really essentially the only top draw you got on SmackDown.
The next closest is Raquel Rodriguez, but
yeah, and they're trying to build her, which is fine, but it's not clicking.
yeah.
This is where what drives me crazy about this company. You see, you're struggling. But then you want to change people's names. You want to change the way people look. You want to change. You're putting too much stock into that. Put stock into building the people that you got as they are. What was wrong with Raquel Gonzalez? There's nothing wrong.
Also, did you see the blurred out her finishing move name on TV? Because it means something different in Spanish.
Oh, the Chingonavan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, going back to the whole
Well, I was stuck in 2011.
the whole Sasha situation as well. Why does she have the job to Ronda twice? I know it's a business, Mike, but
many people have jobbed.
Yeah,
It's the nature of the business. You do the job, and people do the job for you. It's the nature of the business.
But
it's what it is.
But would Ronda quote unquote do the job for Sasha?
But here,
we don't know.
How many people in history have never beaten other people ever? Big name has never beaten a big name. Always losing. Look at The Rock and Austin for the
as much as y'all say my favorite wrestler in the world had a golden shovel. Oh, that man lost a whole damn lot in big moments.
Mm-hmm.
He has the worst WrestleMania record I've ever seen by anyone.
And Ronnie, look at Rock Austin. Up until that final WrestleMania match, Austin owned The Rock.
So that was even at Backlash to every pay-per-view you could think of. You put him in the ring at a pay-per-view, he owned him. So it's the business is about you laying down for somebody laying down for you. And when you're on your way out, you're ready to go out, you go out on your back. That's the way to do it. Now, as far as jobbing to Ronda, if we can put on a good match, this is the thing that also is missing out of here. You necessarily don't have to go over in order to go over to get over.
Exactly.
You don't got to go over to get over.
Look at something we just brought up. Somebody we just brought up. Raquel,
you don't got to go over to get over.
She lost to Ronda,
but she got to
looked
over
good
a little bit.
doing it.
Yeah, she gained a little bit. She didn't gain a whole lot, but she gained a little bit. She did. She gained a little momentum. The crowd was kind of feeling her. That reaction is positive. It's not a Shayna Baszler situation where you got all the Brooklyn booing you, getting boring. But then you turn around and bite somebody on their damn neck like a vampire. Like, so some things you're trying. I think number one, they're trying too hard. Number two, you're just ruining characters that don't need to be ruined. They're pre-established already by your own people in your own system, but you still gonna change things about it. Doesn't make sense. What do you? That doesn't sell. You're not selling that.
And what's funny is that makes me think that as much as people try to say, well, Vince is in control of NXT. Well, is he? He obviously doesn't know what's going on down there, because if he's changing everything.
Yep.
Like, I honestly feel like
hello, person.
Like, I'm at the point where he just doesn't care, and like I need to make it work up here, but it's working. You ever heard the term, if it's not broke, don't fix it? On top
of that, Rodney, it's not like NXT is on the network where it's
not being seen,
kind of hidden.
Yeah,
it's on TV, so your same people are going to see it.
Yes. So you tell me the kids don't know who she is. Well, if the kids are watching NXT every Wednesday, they would know who she is. Well, look, maybe the wrestling fan today is different from the wrestling fan back in the day. When I was a wrestling fan back in the day, I couldn't wait for Monday nights. I couldn't wait for Friday nights.
Whether it was WWE, WCW,
ECW, hell, it could have been backyard wrestling or paid only on pay-per-view. I didn't care if it was wrestling. I was watching it. So I was excited just for wrestling. And yeah, you have mega stars. But as a little kid, the one thing, Mike, we didn't realize is that we saw the same stars every single week in the main event. Now, the mid-card, this is what made Raw and WCW so special, is that they cared about their mid-card superstars because they made them a focal point of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those guys might be filler, but we got to make sure our filler is damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're competing with the other product on the other side. That other product opens every show with a cruiserweight match. All of a sudden, WWF start opening up every show with a promo from Austin, or opening the show with some crazy hardcore match. And that's just how it went for a while. And like I said, back in from 2009 to 2012, it was a drag. This is what it feels like. That run from 2009 to 2012, it was horrible. You had your select a few stars. Edge was at the top of his game. What's Edge doing right now? The only thing we really missing is John Cena.
Yep.
That's the only thing we're really missing. Then it's 2000. It's all over again, repeating itself. But the one thing we did have come 2010 was a core down and ready to come up and be the next generation. Do we have that core right now? If you look at NXT and you strip it down, what do you have that core of people right down there right now that can get over and become megastars in this company?
Maybe 2 or 3 people.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. And one of them, you have his whole beard shaved off, changed his whole persona, and I don't even know who the hell he is no more.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's a person that used to be LA Knight.
Oh, Max Dupree?
So
I don't understand why they're changing his name when he literally had that name in NXT. If it wasn't like if his name was Eli Drake in NXT, then
different.
I know.
But you established him as a star already. I don't understand this, man. I really don't get it. I don't get it.
And it doesn't even go right. Like his old gimmick used to be Eli Drake, and it now was LA Knight. Now it's Max Dupree. Like, why you sound like fucking Renee the Priest's cousin?
Look, I'm not surprised he don't have a French accent. So the crazy sick mind of the creative team of Vince McMahon is wild, man. I'm never gonna understand this. They're really losing me. It's hard to get through their product sometimes. As of late, I just feel like I'm getting the same wrestlers over and over again. NXT's picked up a little bit. You know, it's not great and perfect, but it's better than what I'm getting on Monday nights.
Yep.
And and what's crazy is, according to some people, since WrestleMania, Raw has been better than SmackDown, according to a lot of people.
Yeah, but SmackDown took a dip because it's the bloodline, and that's it. Like, it really is nothing else over there. I don't know. They need to do something.
Apparently, Madcap Moss is going through a rebrand.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. Like, how many rebrandings are you going to do on some of these guys? Some of this stuff is not going to get over. You can't just... Oh, man, I don't understand. I would never get it. Why can't you just... If the crowd loves them, leave it. Leave it alone. Let them go out there as their normal NXT self. And if the crowd doesn't get over in that first month, then repackage them.
Yep.
You're not even giving them a chance.
We never really gave Retribution a chance, but they were fucking... And then all of a sudden you changed...
No. They messed it up when they were actually introduced.
Yeah. Retribution was, first of all, poor timing. Because it happened at the worst time. In worst time in everyone's life. You could not have done it in the worst time ever. Now, if you would have did Retribution right now, you might have a chance. But with nobody in there, there's no crowd in there to react to them. It's just weird at this point. This is why I said, look, I'm not trying to put everything on the shutdown and all that, but it hurt a lot of people's characters. It hurt the Alexa Bliss storyline with the Fiend. It hurt.
And,
And
what do we always say? Impact was the best company under. It fit them because they were small scale.
Already. It just felt like a studio show at that point.
What was Mustafa Ali's character supposed to be during the whole pandemic? Like the whole hacker thing?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the leader of Retribution. And
No, but he's talking about the hacker part. Remember, before Retribution.
Before Retribution, he was a hacker. What?
Like, I wanted to find out what the fuck that whole entire thing would be. Because, to me, that storyline was actually pretty sick. That the fact that he exposed the whole Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville storyline with Otis.
Oh, the fact that we got that during that time. Otis won Money in the Bank, guys.
As a joke.
Money in the Bank. Like, I know we had to make do with what we had, but Otis won Money in the Bank.
Because the briefcase fell into his hands.
No, but here's the funny thing, Ronnie, is because we always said Money in the Bank should be used to elevate new stars. The bad thing is they gave it to him, and then they just said, okay, what do we do now? That's pretty much what they said. They didn't even try.
We'll make a lunchbox because he put his lunch in the Money in the Bank briefcase, blah, blah, blah. It was all just for summer sales, basically.
You know, like, I actually wanted Otis to win the championship. Like, I was rooting for the guy, but they didn't do it right.
Nope.
They should have, the Money in the Bank, they should change the rules. It should be any championship. And if they were able to cash in on the tag team championships.
Not just that, Andrew. Make a tag team Money in the Bank ladder match. You can have 4 teams, 2 from each brand. Boom.
Or six teams.
No. 6 teams, 12 people, Andrew? That's why I'm saying 4 teams. That's 8 people.
If you're going to have a Money in the Bank pay-per-view, then you need to have Money in the Bank be across the board for all categories. Yes. A woman's tag, a men's tag. A woman's championship, a men's championship.
The the mid-card championship.
A mid-card one. You gotta have it.
Boom, just mid card. You don't have to break it up. Just mid card.
Because this is gonna elevate your product. We're talking about elevation at this point. I know there's not a lot of time for all of these guys, but you mean to tell me there's not a time for your mid-card champions to be on each show? Well, we got time for the 24/7 championship. Let's be real. Let's be
Now,
real.
speaking of Money in the Bank, it has now been moved to the MGM Garden Arena.
Sad.
Because of poor ticket sales.
But here's the problem. Couple of problems. WWE has already paid to rent out Allegiant Stadium, so they will not be getting probably a lot of that money back.
Mhm.
So they're already at a loss. Now, they also reported that of the 17,000 tickets that were sold, most of them were up in the upper sections. The Grand Garden
Nobody wanna
Arena.
see that shit.
The Grand Garden Arena, no, because they were saying it was too expensive to sit down below, so everyone was buying the cheap seats.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
So now MGM only holds 11,000. So you're having about 6,000 people that bought tickets. That if all of them were if it was just them, if it was just those 17,000 people that were able to buy tickets, you're telling me 6,000 of those people are going to be left out.
Wow.
Here's the problem, Rodney. Go even further. Some of those people probably already booked hotels, flights. Some of them might have even might have did it with no cancellations, meaning, they wouldn't be, if they cancel, they lose everything.
Yeah, I gotta catch my flight with Frontier, man. That's tight. My $27 flight. You know.
So it's like it's bad.
It is. It is, Mike, and
It's a bad look all around.
And if they're trying to make Money in the Bank their fifth biggest show, that's a bad fucking look right there, too.
How about this? Just put it back on WrestleMania.
Yep.
Stop the goofballing around. First of all, what made you think you could put Money in the Bank in a stadium anyway?
Well, because people like the concept, so they figured
That's not a stadium caliber pay-per-view.
No.
Right.
I'm not packing out 50,000 people to go see Money in the Bank. Like, you gotta. This is why Money in the Bank started at WrestleMania in the first place.
Yep.
That's
And what's crazy
an arena type pay-per-view.
And what's crazy is this supposed to have a couple of more stadium shows
In the future.
in the but I'm thinking it's just probably Survivor Series and SummerSlam next.
Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, we'll put that in Raymond James Stadium. Yeah, Great Balls of Fire.
Man, if they really want to save money, they could pull a fucking NYWC and just do it at a Knights of Columbus.
There you go.
Yes, Christopher. They're getting refunds, but we're not talking about that part. We're talking about those same people are getting the first opportunity now to buy the tickets from MGM, but it's only going to be 11,000 that can get it. So you had 17,000 people that bought tickets. Only 11,000 tickets now are going to be available. So you're going to have 6,000 who can't get tickets. Plus, if people booked flights.
Why would they promise their kid that they were going to this?
Yeah.
Yo, question. Is it 11,000 minus the Titantron?
No, they're saying it will be 11,000 people.
Okay. But
And WWE is not going to accommodate them in any other way, like say, hey,
the way
there's
I would
tickets to
say
another
this,
show.
Their accommodation was they get first dibs at the new tickets.
but it's like, here's the thing. If there's only 11, so MGM can only hold 11,000. Mike?
That's what they're saying.
Because if they're going to accommodate fans, then fucking don't have a Titantron. Have them come out like a house show and open up the back fucking seats. And have it so they have a small little Titantron where you can walk through and open up the building for more. Because AEW is known to open up more seating for their events if they need more tickets. They cut down their production for the show to accommodate their fans.
That Grand Slam, I thought people were not going to be able to see nothing. They had people sitting on top of the damn title.
Okay, so here's. Okay, so permanent seating is 15,000.
Ooh.
If they pull out the bleachers, it's 17,000.
Man, if you're the big homie, you're going to need 2 seats. Oh, that's crazy.
Right, the ones who spent the money on flights and hotels are shit out of luck.
So what happens if I plan a whole family vacation around Money in the Bank? And I got to cancel my vacation, man?
Brady, did you pay for 2 seats on that Frontier flight?
Nah, I didn't. I was able to fit in one.
Okay.
I had a front seat. I had the seat A4.
Oh, I did that on JetBlue. I was
Rungy in the bank.
What's up, Runjin? How you
in the
doing?
house.
But also,
Run house.
it's so
Housing.
WWE right now is so fucked up. I'm still on the WrestleMania hangover. I didn't even fucking watch WrestleMania Backlash. I can admit that. Am I gonna really watch Hell in a Cell? I don't know. I'll be at work at the time.
Whose house? Wrong houses.
But now NXT is hitting the road in Florida. Like they're doing little house shows in Florida right now.
So they're working at the American Legion. Cool.
Now,
we gotta get ready to dip out.
Yeah.
I just have one question for you guys that we all didn't realize. Okay, and WWE is at fault for this too. Not featuring the champions or certain people at certain times, but a lot of people forgot that Thunder Rosa was the women's champion in AEW.
That's very true.
I forgot.
I'm never forget.
Yeah, no, Rodney would never forget.
Right, but
Thunder
they
Rosa.
don't. But like you have this whole tournament going on, and you're not even like. It's
Yeah.
like Thunder Rosa. Oh yeah, she's champion.
And oh wait, Tony Storm comes to AEW,
Yeah,
wins
and
4 matches in a row to lose to Britt Baker. Like
Yeah.
really?
That
And
was
Tony
fucked
Storm-
up. So you could see how pissed she was.
And well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I told Andrew yesterday. So Tony Storm left WWE because she was upset losing to Charlotte and all this stuff to go to AEW to be in the same exact spot.
Ain't that grand? It's unbelievable.
But
I'm
I know Rodney and Mark are gonna have to dip out for the next hour. We will announce our cards on another later date for our shows. So you got another week.
Hey, I already got my show planned.
I know, but if you need another week, you can 2-week your show a little bit more.
I don't need to
Here and
tweak
there.
my show.
Yeah, I definitely need another
But
week.
Rodney and Mark, enjoy your team meeting. Me and Mike will run the show.
I got
and-
you, boys. I'm gonna be listening and
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you all.
Well,
Love you too.
congratulations, Runjin.
Nice. Okay, Christopher Brown said, Runjit, just by the way, my son Ryan graduated from Farmingdale. That's awesome. He said, I'm getting old. Christopher Brown said, if they still had YouTube watch alongs, I'd probably give them more of a shit about the premium live events, LOL. But, question to go for now, it's me and you, Mike. Little questions here and there. No, we could go back to the situation, but has your mind changed about the Naomi and Sasha situation, or is
Not
it still
really.
the same?
Not really. It's both of them are at fault.
Both WWE.
of them.
Oh shit! Christopher Brown turns 46 in 2 weeks. I turn 28 next week. I feel like I'm getting fucking old. I'm waking up with fucking body aches,
Welcome
turning
to the
into
club.
fucking turning into like Mitch, where my knee was bothering me this morning. But
Runjin's still older.
nice, Chris. I'm still better. But Hell in a Cell so far, we have Seth freaking Rollins taking on Cody Rhodes. in the third match in a Hell in a Cell match. Is this Cody Rhodes' last, basic piece for him to actually get to the WWE Championship?
I think so.
And also,
honestly, what you could do, I know it's a little early, but why don't they just make that match a qualification match for Money in the Bank?
Yep.
In a Hell in a Cell. Boom. Who wouldn't want to see that?
We also have Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka and Becky Lynch in a triple threat match. We also got Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match, which is a stupid stipulation. I gotta say, MVP could have said it's a 2-on-1 handicap match in a Hell in a Cell match. Could have added more to it. And then also we got Ezekiel taking on Kevin Owens.
What about Ken Owens?
I would love to see Ken Owens. But so that's in next Sunday, the pay-per-view. We still got to see who Ronda's facing, what other Hell in a Cell match we got. Yeah, when you hit 40, Andrew, is when shit starts falling apart. So my body parts will start falling apart.
Where is it? Was it them? Oh, I can't find it. Which wrestling company, news company was just pretty much
Ringside News.
Yeah. Oh man.
They're fucking dumb. They are basically canceled now. I'm no longer.
And what about the new accusations on Matt Riddle?
Fucking nuts. Maybe that's why him and his wife divorced.
Well, according to the person, he was with some other girl back in February as a girlfriend.
Yep. So maybe they were separated a long time.
Could have been.
The divorce was finalized the other day.
It could have been finalized then, but
it's like
the works.
It's like the whole thing with Corey Graves and Carmella. They were dating, but Corey Graves' divorce wasn't finalized until a certain time. Why does WWE always have some chick that looks like she's going to have a run just to dead it? Then they run the same old tired woman in the title run. I'm telling you, you put your money together, get some investors, and start your own promotion. A lot of talent out there. Yes. First person outside Cesaro. Make him my world champion.
Speaking of Cesaro or Claudio, I actually started following him on Twitch.
I follow the Chugs. I follow Johnny Gargano.
So do I. And I also follow Tyler Breeze.
Who will be coming back to Up, Down, Down. I'm very happy. Speaking of Up, Down, Down, I think it's time that WWE just gives that to him as a present. And lets him basically have creative control on the show. Because I would like to see old people that used to be on the show, like Miro, make the fucking show so fun. Like to see Jake Hager, everybody that used to be on Up, Down, Down return, and not this would be WWE's version of a Forbidden Door with Up, Down, Down. We can have a Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, show up on a Up, Down, Down episode, taking on the New Day in video games.
So Matt Hardy says Vince wanted him to do promos from a planetarium. Okay. What about Sting being injured?
It's about fucking time.
And unfortunately, Nikita Lyons.
Yeah.
An ACL injury. Or is it MCL? Which one was it? MCL.
It's sad because I felt like was going to win the breakout tournament for the women.
Which is funny. Some people said she wasn't going to. I'm like, why? Someone says Roxy is going to be.
Yeah, she's versing Tiffany Stratton next week, I think. Now, the whole Riddle shit screams Enzo to me. You mean the false acquisitions? Yep. I can see that. And now I'm in the middle.
Really? Impractical Joker star set for AEW Fan Fest.
Yep.
Boo. Who cares?
But it was really, other than more the Sasha Naomi, there's really, and then the Stephanie thing.
Impact just started, right? 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Trying to see. Wait, what? Jake Paul's boxing promotion reportedly seeking ex-WWE star for a fight. Let's see who they're talking about. They are talking about... okay.
I'm going to guess Mojo Rawley.
Oh, okay. They don't have an actual person. They're just wanting someone that was in WWE.
A.K. Mojo Rawley. Bart Gunn. Jesse often says some people have no life and are just cruel. Yes, I know. I wish. And
whoa. Tony.
What is he saying now?
Okay. And this is literally the opposite of what we're seeing. Tony Khan planning to keep Ring of Honor separate from AEW.
What?
Meanwhile, you're having them cross every time.
Dumb.
What else? What else is in the news of wrestling?
Wait, I think.
Oh, how about all the teases from Edge of all the people that could join Judgment Day?
Yep. Who do you think is going to be the next one?
I still think it's Tommaso.
Okay, did you see the new plan for Double or Nothing, by the way, Tony said?
Nope.
That the AEW Double or Nothing main event won't start until after NBA Game 7. If the series should go to Game 7, CM Punk versus Hangman Page won't begin until after its conclusion. So, you're basically dumb.
So you're literally going to have space where you're not going to have anything happening because you're not going to have anything planned.
We're going to try to make our announcements happening.
I like to announce a new match that's just announced and thrown together right now because I'm a bad booker.
Ranjan said, AEW is a circus. Hornswoggle for Judgment Day.
Horrorment Day.
Ranjan Day.
Yeah, Ranjan Day.
But there's really nothing else.
Yeah, really, everything. Again, this was kind of a week.
Another dry week for wrestling. Hopefully, after Double or Nothing, wrestling picks up.
Which is crazy is this whole weekend is filled with events.
Like what? What's on Saturday?
They were just talking about it in the scorecard group. Scorecard.
How long do you think the Double or Nothing pay-per-view guys is going to be? I think 5 hours. You could talk about the announcers are in AEW. Yes. Fucking Jim Ross needs to fucking go. I'm tired of him. Tony Schiavone, not bad. Taz, not bad. But Excalibur, best point in the business.
Oh, supposedly this talk of adding Darby Allin versus O'Reilly, I guess, to the pay-per-view.
And it's 2-1 Rangers, by the way.
What did I tell you?
I know. It was 1-0 Carolina after a shorthanded goal. And then Ryan Strome just scored a fucking cheap goal. Easy goal. Bronta has nothing on this. They didn't even know one of the guys who did a run-in during the tag title match. Now, if that's the plan, so does Tommaso join AJ? No,
Now, Andrew, why don't you talk about the thing that you told all of us earlier on Wednesday that Tony Khan wants to do?
What did I say? Did I text it in the group?
It was in Scorecard group. Where does he want to hold an event?
Oh, Tony Khan said he wants to hold an event at Wrigley Field, but he wishes they could put a roof on it.
Thing is, Wrigley Field and a roof is blasphemy.
And you're funny. You make me laugh, Tony. And number one, you're not going to sell at a baseball stadium. Just because you sell at a arena inside means nothing. Oh, that's all sides. Okay, it's going to be 1-1. That's a good question. I haven't heard of any additional baby faces being added to Styles. Just have the Big Shoe hold up in a Varela.
The Big Shoe. Oh, man. Yeah, this was... Why don't you give us a SmackDown preview for tomorrow?
Okay, thanks. Let's see. I'm going to go to the.com, see what they have in store for us. And then I guess after I give out the SmackDown preview, I'll go over the Double or Nothing card quick, even though we're not AW heavy. Okay, SmackDown. Here we go. It's so funny. They removed Naomi and Sasha's merch from the website, but you fucking still have Sasha Banks on the SmackDown banner. So,
but she's removed from the opening intro also.
Yeah, which is weird. So we got a 6-man tag team match between the brawling people. I don't give a shit about Sheamus.
Okay, Runjan. The plans are for Orton and Riddle to both get one-on-one opportunities with Roman.
I think Riddle first, and then Roman then Orton at SummerSlam, and then his last opponent's going to be Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. But so on SmackDown, we have a 6-man tag team match between the Brawling Hooligans, and we have against the New Day plus a mystery tag team partner of Xavier Woods choosing. Also, the Bloodline title celebration with the Unified Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Probably find out who's going to be Ronda Rousey's number one contender tomorrow. But that's pretty much the SmackDown preview. And now the Double or Nothing card for Sunday, May 29th is the pre-show is Hookhausen, who is Hook and Danhausen, taking on Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. Then we got Jade Cargill defending her AEW TBS Championship against Anna Jay. The House of Black Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King versus Death Triangle, Pac, Penta Oscuro, and Ray Phoenix. We also got the Hardys taking on the Young Bucks.
Old fuck bucks.
Next, we got the Jericho Appreciation Society, Chris Jericho, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager taking on Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, and the Blackpool Combat Club, who is Brian Danielson and John Maxley, in an Anarchy in the Arena match.
Right now, we don't know what Ronda's plans are.
Yes, we don't know that. We have MJF taking on Wardlow. If Wardlow wins, he'll be granted a release from his contract with MJF. If MJF wins, Wardlow will be permanently banned from signing with AEW. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on either Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander in the Women's Owens Hart Cup Tournament Final. We got Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole, the Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament Final. We got Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus versus Team Taz, Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland in a three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We also got Thunder Rosa defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Serena Deeb. And
Ruby Ho.
And the main event of the night, Adam Hangman Page defending his AEW World Championship against CM Punk. So 12 matches on the card right now. Could be more, depending if the Boston Celtics and
I'm going to say this. That's going to be like a 5 hour
yes,
event.
But also, the people are saying because of Memorial Day the next day, they'll probably be going over to 12:30.
Doesn't matter.
Nobody's gonna want to be out there.
Doesn't matter. I still don't. I don't want anyone saying excuses. Like it's. Oh my gosh. 12 matches is 12 matches. If a pay-per-view is long, it's long for everybody, no matter what company it is. Don't say, oh, because it's WWE, it's long. But because it's AEW, it's not long. No. It's long.
Oh, and Michael, before I forgot, Britt Baker came out and said she wanted a match with Sasha. I tweeted at Britt and told her it ain't happening unless she signs with WWE.
Yep.
But I will say this. If I will say that thank you for everybody that watched today. It's been like today was a short episode because there's really nothing going on. Have fun, Mike and Rodney, this weekend seeing Top Gun. Let me know how it is. Maybe I'll watch the first Top Gun movie and then watch this movie. But I'd like to thank Jessica Hoffman, our first listener. Oh, like always, that championship title is yours. Christopher Brown, Runjin, Kenny for popping in for one quick second.
Runjin, we need to get you into the scorecard group where
yes,
some of the people post Botchamania stuff of AEW all the time. We rip it apart.
So next week, we will be posting what happens if the show will be happening next week. Like I said, next week's my birthday. Don't know if I really want to be doing a show on my birthday because kind of want to hang out with family maybe. But we'll keep you posted in the BTB group, and I'll keep you guys posted in the
He's like,
trying to make conversation for your show. But like we'll keep you posted by next week. I'd like to thank Michael Iceberg Steinberg, my wonderful co-host, created the Muse Report. Yo, check them out. They're doing big things there. Most likely to do a Top Gun review after the movie. Probably live from your car, most likely.
Yep, we're just going to get our quick reactions.
And I will say thank you to Mark Ray for joining in. Thank you to my lovely producer, Rodney Harris, for being here. We'll catch you next time. Also, catch Rodney and Chris and Mark from 6 to 8 on Mondays for BTB Live. But and
Did you
run.
say Top Run?
Yes, I said Top Run. But everybody, please have a safe and a fun Memorial Day weekend. Please do not drink and drive. If you plan on drinking, get an Uber or find a designated driver to come pick you up.
Or call Andrew.
Yeah, or call me. But everybody have a great day and have a good night. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Let's see how long it takes for Rodney to end the show. Or should I just text him?